The deeper the ocean, the deadlier its secrets, and today that saying has come true. Russia has just launched its new nuclear submarine, Khabarovsk, capable of carrying one of the most terrifying weapons the world has ever known, the Poseidon underwater nuclear drone. This isn't just another military achievement, it's a major shift in global power balance, a message that Russia now dominates not only the skies and land, but also the dark, silent depths of the ocean. The launch took place at Russia's famous Sevmesh shipyard in a high-profile ceremony attended by the Russian defense minister and navy chief. When the Russian flag was raised over this massive submarine, it symbolized a new era, one in which Moscow can now punish its enemies from beneath the waves. The new face of underwater warfare. Khabarovsk is part of Russia's Northern Fleet, meant to enhance its dominance in the Arctic and Atlantic regions. It represents a new generation of nuclear submarines designed by Russia's top naval engineering bureau. Being nuclear-powered, this submarine can stay submerged for extended periods without surfacing, maintaining stealth and operational readiness. It's equipped with advanced underwater sensors, sonar, and robotic systems, making it almost invisible beneath the surface. But the real game-changer is what it carries, the Poseidon Status 6 nuclear drone. Poseidon, the doomsday weapon. Poseidon isn't your regular torpedo. It's an autonomous underwater nuclear drone, capable of traveling across oceans without human control. It's powered by a miniaturized nuclear reactor, which keeps it operational for months deep underwater. Its speed is reportedly several times faster than any conventional torpedo, and its range is virtually unlimited. According to Russian claims, if Poseidon detonates near a coastal area, it could create a massive radioactive tsunami, wiping out entire port cities and rendering coastlines uninhabitable for decades. That's why it's often called the weapon of the apocalypse. Why it terrifies the world? Poseidon's destructive capability isn't limited to its immediate blast radius. The long-term radioactive fallout, environmental devastation, and collapse of infrastructure could reshape entire regions. Russian defense officials describe it as a strategic deterrent, a weapon that can force adversaries to think twice before escalating conflicts. But to the West, it's a nightmare, a sign that nuclear deterrence has entered a new dimension. Since the announcement of Khabarovsk and Poseidon, intelligence agencies across NATO and Asia have raised alarms. Western analysts see Poseidon as a serious threat that could destabilize global security frameworks. The technology behind the fear Russia claims Poseidon uses a silent propulsion system, making it extremely difficult to detect. Its compact reactor design provides enormous power while keeping the system small and agile. Combined with its autonomous navigation and high-speed mobility, intercepting it would be nearly impossible. It's not just a weapon, it's a technological statement. Russia wants the world to know, we can strike from anywhere, even from the depths you can't see. With the launch of Khabarovsk, the world's oceans just became more dangerous. The once silent depths now hide a new kind of threat, one that could redefine modern warfare. Underwater warfare is no longer limited to submarines and sonar. Now, AI-powered nuclear drones roam the seas, capable of catastrophic destruction. This raises a critical question for the entire world. Is this weapon a step toward national defense, or a global disaster waiting to happen? Only time and the world's response will tell. But one thing is clear. The race beneath the ocean has just begun, and what lies under those dark waters might decide the fate of future wars. For decades, oceans were considered the world's final neutral frontier, a vast, mysterious space untouched by direct human rivalry. That's no longer true. With the launch of Russia's Khabarovsk submarine and its Poseidon nuclear drone, the deep sea has become the new frontline of global power. This moment marks a turning point in military evolution, from the nuclear race of the 20th century to the autonomous underwater race of the 21st. The Cold War may have ended, but a new kind of cold silence is spreading beneath the waves. What's truly shocking is the strategic philosophy behind Poseidon. Unlike intercontinental ballistic missiles, which are designed for quick strikes and mutual deterrence, Poseidon is built to ensure total destruction, even after a nuclear war has begun. That means if a nuclear exchange wipes out command centers on land, Poseidon could still activate from the depths and strike back, a weapon of revenge beyond human control. In simple terms, it's designed to guarantee apocalypse, no matter who fires first. A shift in global power dynamics. The United States, NATO, and their allies have been watching Russia's undersea ambitions for years. American intelligence first detected the Poseidon project under its former codename Status 6 as early as 2015. Many thought it was an exaggerated concept, part of Moscow's psychological warfare, but that skepticism vanished when Khabarovsk appeared on satellite imagery, and reports confirmed that it could carry up to 6 Poseidon drones at once. That's 6 nuclear-armed autonomous underwater drones, each capable of traveling over 10,000 kilometers, moving silently beneath the ocean, and creating radioactive tidal waves powerful enough to erase coastal cities like New York, Los Angeles, or London. For Western defense analysts, this isn't just an escalation, it's a redefinition of deterrence. Unlike traditional nuclear weapons, which can be intercepted or tracked, Poseidon can remain hidden for months, waiting for activation. In a nuclear standoff, that uncertainty itself becomes a weapon. Artificial intelligence meets nuclear power. What makes Poseidon uniquely terrifying is not just its payload, but its autonomy. It doesn't need a continuous communication link to operate. Once programmed, it can make navigational decisions on its own, evading enemy defenses, adjusting course, and executing its mission independently. In other words, Poseidon combines AI-driven navigation with nuclear power, a machine that never sleeps, a weapon that never rusts, and a system that doesn't need human mercy to make its final move. Experts warn that such autonomy could make future conflicts dangerously unpredictable. Imagine a scenario where communication with the drone is lost, but its programming misinterprets data as a threat and launches itself toward an unintended target. The question then becomes, who controls the trigger, the human or the algorithm? A new kind of environmental nightmare. Beyond military fears, there's another catastrophe hiding in plain sight, the environmental toll. A single Poseidon detonation underwater could contaminate marine life across thousands of miles. Radioactive material would spread through ocean currents, poisoning fisheries, coral reefs, and entire coastal ecosystems. Marine scientists warn that the radioactive tsunami effect could release toxic isotopes into the atmosphere, eventually reaching human populations through rainfall and food chains. Even decades after such an event, oceanic radiation could remain deadly. The seas that sustain human civilization could turn into a toxic graveyard. And yet, in the world's great power games, such long-term consequences are often ignored. The return of mutually assured destruction. Back in the Cold War era, the concept of mutually assured destruction, MAD, was meant to prevent nuclear war. The idea was simple. If both sides are guaranteed to be destroyed, no one would start the conflict. But Poseidon changes that logic. It brings the possibility of a posthumous strike, meaning even if one nation is destroyed first, its automated underwater drones could still launch a retaliatory apocalypse days or weeks later. That's not deterrence. That's revenge from beyond the grave. This has revived debates in Washington, London, and Brussels about how to adapt defense systems to a weapon that doesn't follow the rules of time or location. How do you defend against a torpedo that could be 1,000 miles away?